that's my hidden treasure chest. Golden grand piano, my beauty focused EOU. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 2025 Miss Indigenous Canada contestants.
Jody Posh with Swanapete USG.
Ryan Siwap, Kawakatus First Nation.
Gina Bubart, Saging First Nation.
Taylor Bain Takosa, Fort Nelson First Nation. Kanisha Eacham, Moose Cree, and Fort Albany First Nation. Doreen Scow, Kukwakiwak.
Mia White Duck, Algonquins of Pikwaknagan First Nation.
Asha Bear, Nagukuk First Nation.
Larissa Reitman, Bakajwanong.
Summer Manning Cat, Kettle and Stony Point First Nation.
Julianne Blackbird, Six Nations of the Grand River.
Nikita Sarenko Bailey, Cascadena Nation.
Kanyakehaga.
Horizon Willie, Inuit of Nunavut.
Schneider Rock, Métis, Cree, and Dene Nations.
Destiny Kila Muksun, a Hausa Nation and Long Plains Reserve.
Please welcome your hosts for this evening, Miss Six Nations 2024, Hunter Jameson, and Miss World Canada 2022, Emma Morrison.
Good evening, everyone. It is our honor to welcome you all to the second annual Miss Indigenous Canada competition. Live from Haudenosaunee territory, let's give another big round of applause for our extraordinary contestants.
Tonight, we have 19 contestants representing Indigenous communities from across the country. We have an exciting show lined up for you, starting with the cultural presentation competition, featuring all 19 contestants. After a brief intermission, we'll meet the top 10 scoring contestants as they compete in the prepared statement rounds.
Following this, we will meet the top 5, where they will compete in the final question. Finally, we will be presenting the special awards, announcing the runners-up, and crowning the winner of Miss Indigenous Canada.
It's going to be an exciting night. Before we get into it, let's get to know this year's panel who have been tasked with choosing the next Miss Indigenous Canada. The judges have spent the past few days getting to know the contestants through each of the competitions, reading about their passions, learning about their communities, and speaking with them one-on-one.
Our first judge is Aluki Katirik, pardon my pronunciation. Originally from Igloolik, now residing in Iqaluit with her family. Former Nunavut Tungavik president Aluki leads by example. Aluki is driven by her passion to empower and improve the lives of Inuit. After earning her master's degree in Native and Canadian Studies at Trent University, Aluki worked for various Inuit organizations, including Patutuit, Inuit Women of Canada, Inuit Taparissa of Canada, now known as Inuit Tapari Kanada-Tami, and Nunavut Sivanik Savat. She has also held management and deputy minister roles within the government of Nunavut, Office of the Languages Commissioner, and Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated. In her current roles as president, Aluki is keen in how Inuit language and culture can be better incorporated into the way in which programs and services are designed and delivered in Nunavut. Aluki is a former co-chair representing Indigenous peoples organizations on the Global Task Force for the International Decade of Indigenous Languages, IDIL, 2022 to 2032, and is currently the chair of the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Peoples, UNPFII, for the Arctic region. Thank you.
Our next judge is Shelley Squire. Shelley Squire is a proud member of the Mohawk Nation, Turtle Clan from the Grand River Territory. She has served as the Ambassador Pageant Director for the Indian Defense League of America for nearly a decade. In addition to her work with the IDLA, she has judged the Miss Six Nations pageant in her community and the 2024 Miss Indigenous Canada pageant. Shelley is also the owner of Our Medicines, a small business that incorporates the 4 sacred medicines: tobacco, sage, cedar, and sweetgrass. and to her homemade jewelry designed to uplift and support the wearer. Her passion for community and culture inspired her to found the Grand River Artisan Market 5 years ago, creating a space for local artisans and makers to come together and share their beadwork, jewelry, and other handmade creations. She is excited to be a part of this year's Miss Indigenous Canada pageant and extends her best wishes to all of the contestants.
Last but not least, our final judge is Chief Shelley Moore Frappire, sorry, pronunciation again, on Temagami First Nation. She is respected Anishinaabe leader with a strong commitment to education, youth, and community empowerment, now serving her second term as chief. She also holds provincial leadership roles through the Chiefs of Ontario and the Independent First Nations, where she leads on key portfolios including education, data, sovereignty, and mining, with a master's in social work and degrees in education and social work. She has held senior academic roles, including Associate Vice President at Laurentian University and Director of the Indigenous Sharing and Learning Centre, a former teacher and longtime advocate for Indigenous learners. Chief Moore Frappire is passionate about creating pathways for Indigenous youth and willing to thrive. Her leadership is rooted in education, cultural strength, and community service. As a Miss Indigenous Canada judge, she brings deep experience, vision, and dedication to uplifting the next generation of strong Indigenous women leaders. Nyawa.
Incredible. What an honor to share a space with such an impressive panel.
Now for a celebration of culture, community, and history, the cultural presentation competition. Contestants were asked to choose a topic based on something from their culture that they wanted to share with all of us. This could include notable people, ceremonial teachings, sports, dance, music, crafts, and more.
Amazing. So now we will begin with our first contestant, Ryan Siwap. Ryan will be sharing about sacred medicines. And a fun fact about Ryan is that she has a horse named Smoke and Bow. Let's welcome Ryan on stage.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing right now? Good? Dansa Gakyao Nitasiga son Ryan Siwap. My name is Ryan Siwap. I am from Cockatoos First Nation in Treaty 4 territory, and I would like to first acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee of the Haldimand Tract, and today my culture presentation is on the 4 sacred medicine teachings. So number 1 is tobacco, and tobacco is used a lot in offerings, giving offerings to elders for knowledge, to show respect, to transfer medicines. And I don't know if you can see, but I have some right here. And it is a very common, one of the most common sacred medicines. And on the second one I have is sage. And there are male and female sage. This one right here, I'll try to get out. Sage is used in prayer and smudging. It is used to release negative energies and to cleanse energy and to purify energies. And it is also used for protection and prayer. The third sacred medicine I have is sweetgrass. And I'll pull it out. Sweetgrass is very sacred, so not a lot of women use sweetgrass, touch sweetgrass on their moon time, because we believe that women are a very powerful person when they're on their moon time. And it is braided, and it can represent Mother Earth's hair, and it is used to in prayers. I've seen it used in funerals as well, placed under coffin, and it is used to burn, to clean energy, and it smells really good as well. So I like to smell it. And my fourth sacred one I have is cedar, and cedar is used for protection as well. It is found in the cedar tree. I have a little bit right here. It was gifted to me or exchanged. I exchanged tobacco with it with one of my coworkers at my practicum placement, and I'm currently working at STC Iguescachikisquewak, which is Women Turning Their Lives Around, and it is a program about reintegrating back into society after women have been reincarcerated. So that is currently what I'm doing right now, is my practicum placement, and I'm very proud of it. And so I feel very powerful and very blessed right now with my medicines. And I would just like to acknowledge, before I'm kicked off, this beautiful outfit was made by my family members, and they're here today, somewhere. Thank you. It is my cookum Sylvia, her sister Elizabeth, I think, and my sister Darylyn Siwap. So I'm gonna cry. So thank you, and I feel very blessed right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Next, we are welcoming up a contestant number 2, Julianne Blackbird. A unique skill Julianne has is that she can hand design clothing and accessories. Julianne will be sharing about the Thanksgiving address. Give it up for Julianne Blackbird.
Scano, dewa anine ne gyaso, ganyate niwa geshaunte, ganyakono niwa gwenzade. Hello, my name is Julianne. I also am known by She is Towing a Bow. I am Mohawk Nation and Turtle Clan. I come from 6 Nations, and today I will be sharing the Ganahanyo. This is the greetings to the natural world. I would like to share that I am still learning, and this is very important to me. Nenda nigantgo da swatan sios gaifwango awado. Ne hadwai wakanto sagwandiso sagwawi ganahonyo. Ne awesa scano da wehinohonyo. Ne dine endekwa ihya ska endwaya ngwatni goha. Ska dadwehinohonyo. Ne toganyo to ngwatni goha. Dane endatro wi se owenzade dadwahono kwa ne go to. Se niha. Ne dine endweke gweko. Dadwenhinohonyo. Ne toganyo to ngwatni goha. Dane endatro wi hodonyo tatsnege. Se nahiwa. Nawa nahi. Ne dine endekwe ska dadwenhinohonyo. Ne toganyo to ngwatni goha. Dane endatro wi skagweden dayo. Skanadayo. Oh ne a touch watsa. ne tose twa se nas nasagoe ke o do. I am sorry if I've missed
Thank you, Julianne. Now let's bring out contestant number 3, Gina Bubard. Gina is not afraid of heights. They completed the CN Tower Edge Walk at the age of 17. They will be presenting on Two-Spirit teachings. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Good evening, my beautiful relatives. I see so many beautiful brown faces in the audience tonight. My name is Gina Bubard. I am Anishinaabe from Saugeen First Nation in Treaty 1 territory. I also belong to the Two-Spirit community in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I am very proud to be Two-Spirit and non-binary. But what does it mean to be Two-Spirit? You see, prior to colonization, our Indigenous societies had Two-Spirit people who operated from their masculine and feminine energies. They held roles in leadership, ceremony spaces. They were medicine people. Some were hunters and berry pickers. But they had unique gifts to offer our communities. Their emphasis was on balance, maintaining the balance of the community. And the term Two-Spirit came from my auntie, Myra Laramie. It came to her in a dream in 1990. She then shared this dream at the 1997 Native American LGBT gathering in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was there the term was adopted as a spirit name for Indigenous LGBTQ+ people and became widespread across Turtle Island. And I'm so proud to be Two-Spirit, and you might have noticed that I'm wrapped in this rainbow flag. The Pride flag, which is hung around the world during the month of June, which is Pride Month. But this one is very special. This one has 2 feathers on the back to honor the masculine and feminine energies that our Two-Spirit and gender diverse relatives carry. And I'm so truly honored to stand here in front of you all tonight, fully and wholly as my Two-Spirit self. Chimigwech. Thank you, Gina. Next, we welcome contestant number 4, Valerie June Niposh. At a powwow, you'd find Valerie at the poutine stand. Tonight, she will be sharing her presentation, The Walking Out Ceremony. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing amazing. So for my presentation tonight, I want to introduce the significance, the meaning of a walking out ceremony. So the walking out ceremony is a really special tradition for Cree people of USG. So what it is, it's a very special event that it recognizes a child's first steps on Mother Nature, and it truly is a blessing. So the walking out ceremony takes place at the break of dawn, usually taking place like at the bush camp. And I have 2 outfits to show you. So the first one was my walking out ceremony outfit. How small I was I was so tiny. But it was made by my auntie Annette, and I was walked out by my late great-grandma, late Kuka Mary, and my amazing mother Joanne. The second outfit was my little brother Evans. He's 8 years old now. I can't believe he was this small too. And it was made by my Gukam Ella. And he was walked out by my Jumshum Pom Pom and my amazing father, Derek. So what a child may carry at the walking out ceremony, for a boy, they usually carry a miniature rifle or carry out a goose, which represents the future of the child, which is a hunter and a provider for the family. For a girl, they may carry a bundle of goodies like bannock and a teapot, or in Cree we say it as teapot. You have to say it like that. So the girl, the teapot and the bannock represents her as a caregiver, keeping traditions alive and caring for her children. So this tradition really holds a special place in my heart, and it's something that I will carry out to my children and to the future of our youth. And I plan to carry it forever, and it stays alive. So thank you, Miigwech Mswe.
Thank you, Valerie. Now let's bring out contestant number 5, Gana Diosta Lazor. A fun fact about Gana Diosta is that she started a movement in her community to save the trees. Tonight, she'll be sharing with us the friendship song. Give it up for Gana Diosta Lazor.
Segu and hello, I'm Gana Diosta Lazor, and today I will be sharing the friendship song. This song is accompanied by a dance in which everybody would form a circle and hold hands. But don't worry, I won't make you guys hold hands tonight. I decided to choose this song because I wanted to acknowledge the sisterhood that was formed here over the last few days. Each and every single contestant came here with the sole purpose to represent their community. And in doing so, we formed our own special bond. So I would like to honor that. Please enjoy this song as it comes from my heart. Away, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, Yahweh, yo, Yahweh, yo, yo. Way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, Yahweh, yo, Yahweh, yo, yo. Away, hey, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, way, aha, Yahweh, yo, Yahweh, yo, yo. This performance is dedicated to Guntirona Daje, the Ganisadage Women's Singing Group. These are the women who taught me my cultural songs as a young woman, and now I get to sing alongside them and pass our cultural songs down to the next generation. Thank you.
Nyawa Gana Diosta. Now we will be hearing from contestant number 6, Janessa Strawberry. Janessa's favorite Indigenous food is moose tongue. Tonight, she'll be sharing about the 7 teachings. Welcome to the stage, Janessa.
Anin Tanse Muntemuyo Benesikwe is Nakazawan. Hello everyone, my name is Janessa Strawberry. I am a proud member of Ochi's First Nation, located in Treaty 6 territory in Alberta. I first want to acknowledge that we're on the Haudenosaunee territory. Second, I want to talk about something that was really new to me, the Miss Indigenous Canada pageant. So, when I came here, I wanted to learn so much more about other people's culture. I know lots about mine, but I'm so curious about Canada's other Indigenous people. Luckily, I had a roommate who was Inuit. When I was sharing my culture with her, I asked her, do you know what the 7 teachings are? Because I was telling her about what I'm going to talk about. And she was like, no, I don't. So, with the extraordinary experience that I have from that, I would like to see a raise of hands of who knows what the 7 teachings are. I see a few. I see quite a few, actually. I would love to share my poem that I wrote about the 7 teachings. The 7 grandfather teachings. From our ancestors' wisdom softly spun, the 7 grandfather teachings being taught to us young. Wisdom. Wisdom whispers among the breeze, knowledge dawns among the trees. Love. Love shines in a gentle eye, spirits bloom where the spirits fly. Courage. Courage rises with the sun, strength to face what must be done. Respect. Respect echoes with each plea, honor shown to all you see. Humility. Humility softens in every stride with an open heart and not to hide. Honesty. Honesty, Honesty guides us with every word, teaching us from not to hurt. Truth, a light that burns so bright, guides us through our darkest night. The 7 voices, the 7 grandfather teachings. With these teachings hand in hand, we'll walk safely across our land. When I first knew about these teachings, I was very young and I was in Head Start. My mom was a Head Start teacher. So I'm very grateful from a young age to know about these teachings and to be able to pass on.
Thank you, Janessa. Next, we have contestant number 7, Asha Bear. Asha's biggest role model is her grandmother. She will be presenting the Wool Duck song. So let's give it up for Asha.
Quays so that when na jockway nizwam amagas no the was Asha na jayao na gukguk. Hi everyone, my name is Asha and my spirit name is Butterfly. I'm from Tobic First Nation. And today I'll be singing you a song from my territory. It's called the Wolustuk song. And this song honors the river that flows through our territory and reminds us that water is sacred and water is life. It was translated and given to my nation by the late Gwen Bear, and I'm so honored to sing it for you today. Mala
Thank you, Asha. And now to introduce contestant number 8, Larissa Reitman. Larissa is a self-proclaimed cat whisperer. Her presentation topic is "My Braid is Beautiful." Welcome to the stage, Larissa.
Bonjour, Kinawea. Wagushnang Mawingkwa Indigenous Bakajanang Dunjaba, Makwashido Dam. Hello, everyone. My traditional name is She Who Sees and Thinks Like a Fox. My given name is Larissa Reitman, and I'm here representing my beautiful Bakajanang community, and I am Bear Clan. And for my cultural performance, I'm joined by my beautiful mother and cousin, who will be demonstrating the act of braiding, while I recite a poem that is very near and dear to me called My Braid is Beautiful, Ganajuan and Kadanagan. Ganajuan and Kadanagan, Gubakamina Ganujia. Bamujaga de noon, Ndanawa Jiwin, Mina Unchachajog. Weena gonna wonkwe on giek mashomas. Wees gabanugda on Kobin Jiganug. Mina wanakwe on Gobnaj Tujik. Wabajgo nenda ming umbo wazimak. Kadengan and Nukmas, and Gashe, and Zigos, Minwa Nitawis, and Bigiago Nin, Bakashkauzuin, Mina Mishkoziwin, Mi Eji Aoyan, Gigekwan and Kandan. Mi Enje Kendaman, Ganajuan and Kandanagan. My braid is beautiful. It is thick and long, carrying my energy and spirit. My papa told me to let it grow, as it would connect me to my ancestors and show resistance to my colonizers. Binding my family together as one, being braided by my grandmother, mother, auntie, and cousin, it is the growth of myself, my power and strength, the extension of my being. For those are the reasons I know, my braid is beautiful. And I just want to say that I originally made this poem a decade ago for a poem contest, and I wanted to write about something that was very important to me. And to me, that was my community, my culture, my family, and my Anishinaabe language. And this poem actually started my language revitalization journey. I sought out mentors to help me translate it, and then I continued to take classes to grow my knowledge. And even though I didn't win the poem contest, it was okay, because deep in my heart, I knew that one day I would be able to share my poem. And it wasn't until a year ago that I turned my poem into a short film that premiered at the largest Indigenous film festival in the world, Imaginative. And not only that, but I'm able to share it with all of you tonight. There are my family, my friends, my community, sitting in the crowd and watching online. And you're all a part of making my dream come true that I had a decade ago. So I just want to end off by saying that it doesn't matter how big or how small your dreams are. If it takes a month, a year, or a decade in my case, Creator is always listening. So don't be afraid to plant that seed, because you never know what might happen. Miigwech Kinuya.
Thank you, Larissa. Next, let's welcome contestant number 9, Horizon Willie. Her favorite memory is the time she caught her first narwhal. Tonight, Horizon will be sharing Inuit square dancing. Let's give her a warm welcome to the stage.
Hi, my name is Horizon Willie, and my cultural performance will be Inuit square dancing. It is a lovely and joyful traditional dance that brings communities together. It has roots in European styles like Irish, Scottish reels. Introduced through the contact with the traders and the whalers in 1800s. Inuit made the dance their own by adding fast-paced music, usually accordion or through fiddle, and adding unique steps to reflect steps that has Inuit rhythm or energy. Inuit square dancing often happens during community gathering, celebration, or festivals, where dancers from the groups do specific patterns and numbers that colors specific instructions. It is not just for fun. It helps preserve culture, strengthen community bonds, and keep the tradition alive through movement and music. So this is my square dance.
Horizon. Now we have contestant number 10, Mia White Duck. Mia's favorite Indigenous food is moose meat pie. Tonight, she will be presenting Paddling with My Ancestors, reconnecting through Jimon. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Kwayani, Mia White Duck Nadijnakas, Makwana Dodam, Pikwaknagan, and Donjaba. Hi everyone, I'm Mia White Duck. I'm Algonquin from the Algonquins of Pikwaknagan First Nation. I'm Bear Clan. And I'm so thankful to be here with each and every one of you again this year. I invite you on this journey of Algonquin storytelling and history. I'm sharing with you today the Jimon, our traditional birch bark canoe. My great-great-grandfather, Daniel Sarzen, was a traditional birch bark canoe builder. And at the age of 16, he recognized the importance of passing down that tradition. It's because of that I'm able to stand here in front of you today. He passed it down to his son passed it down, and it eventually reached my cousin Crockett, who taught me. It's amazing to think that the materials that I was using last week helping to build a canoe is the same materials that my great-great-grandfather was using. Some of these materials include this birch bark right here. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but it also includes these spruce roots that I have in my hand that were split, and they were used on the top of canoes to lace them together. Another thing that's a little bit hard to see is this, and it's spruce gum, and it helped to fix any imperfections that were on the canoe. There's guardians in Algonquins of Pikwaknagan and other territories, and they're helping to protect our ecosystem. And in Pikwaknagan, what they're doing is they're building a 20-foot birch bark canoe, and I'm thankful that I was able to be a part of that. It's important to understand that when we're building birch bark canoes, recognizing that this is what brought us together as Indigenous people. It's what helped us figure out where we were going to settle, harvest, and support our families. They held our culture, they held our stories, and they still do today. I want to acknowledge and say thank you to my community and my ancestors for upholding this knowledge and passing it down to me today, because without that, I wouldn't be able to be in front of each and every one of you. Yes, I brought this Jimon, this traditional birch bark canoe, to you guys, but it's deeper than that. I recognize that because of my ancestors, this Jimon has now brought me to you guys. Miigwech.
Thank you, Mia. Next, we welcome contestant number 11, Delilah Burke, to the stage, where she'll be sharing Métis jigging. A fun fact about Delilah is that she has been playing hockey for over 20 years. Give it up for Delilah Burke.
Hello everybody, my name is Delilah Burke. I am from Buffalo Lake Métis Settlement, located in Alberta in Treaty 6 territory, and I am a proud Cree Métis woman. I am so honored to be here today representing Buffalo Lake and the Métis settlements of Alberta. The Métis settlements are the only recognized land-based Métis in all of Canada. And we are the only recognized land-based Métis in Canada, and I am so honored to be here as the first Métis settlement contestant in Miss Indigenous Canada. Today, I'm going to be performing a traditional Métis dance called the Red River Jig. The Métis jigging is more than just a dance to us Métis people. It is a way of life, and it is an expression of our culture. The Métis jig is a beautiful blend of our heritage of First Nations and European roots. I was fortunate enough to attend a school where they honored Métis culture, and that's where I first learned how to jig, craft, and fiddle. And I was also a part of a group where I went around and I was able to jig for different communities and just to be able to showcase our culture. So yeah, I'm so honored to be here today just to bring recognition to the settlements in Alberta and bring some visibility to that. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Delilah. Now we will be hearing from contestant number 12, Summer Manning Cat. A fun fact about Summer is that she lived abroad in New Zealand for 3 months. Tonight, she will be sharing her presentation, Carrying the Next Generation. Welcome to the stage, Summer.
Bonjour, Nagamunkwe Indigenous Mejikan Dodam Kikanang Ajunang Ndunjaba. So I'd like to introduce myself, Summer Manning Cat. I'm Anishinaabe Kwe from Kettle and Stony Point First Nation. And I've chosen to do my presentation on Anishinaabe pregnancy teachings, or at least a little bit of what I've learned so far. It's very on brand for me, actually, because I am currently 28 weeks along. And I would first like to acknowledge my teachers, my Aunt Joanne Jackson and my mom for helping me prepare and share with me, because I think it's really important to always acknowledge your teachers. And then I guess I'd like to begin at concept. Not conception, but concept, at the very thought of having children, and how important that is to start preparing at that moment, because there is so much that goes into preparing to bring a child into the world in a good way. I think there's, a little bit of pregnancy brain, but being pregnant, it is not that you're alone and you're not doing things alone. It's a team effort. I'm very lucky that I have my partner with me. We've been together for 7 years, and he really has been my support. While I'm carrying life, he's the one who is supporting me. In that preparation for getting ready to have a child, it's important to prepare yourself in a balanced way, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically, so that you're able, again, to bring the child in a good space. Also, it's not just you and your partner, but it's a community effort. And it's so important as that child grows to continue to reinforce the importance of community relationships, not just for themselves, but how they can be of service to their own communities. So I'd just like to say miigwech, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Summer. Next, let's welcome contestant number 13, Doreen Scow. A fun fact about Doreen is that she has played a drag queen in her university's production of Kinky Boots. Doreen will be presenting the Kwa Kwa Kiwak Ladies Dance. So let's give her a warm welcome to the stage.
Gaelic Kastelkala Nugwa am Tlat Tlat Koth. Good evening, everyone. My English name is Doreen, and my traditional name is Tlat Tlat Koth. Tonight, I will not only dance or sing. Tonight, I am also giving a prayer. I'm giving a prayer for everyone in this room tonight, for safe travels, because I know a lot of you traveled to be out here tonight. Hi, Mom. As well as a prayer, it is also my lineage back to my ancestors. I'm paying homage to my Muskamag Zawadenach relatives tonight in a ladies' dance that has been passed down for generations and generations, and that someday I hope to pass it on to the next 7 generations. Gaelic Hesla.
Thank you, Doreen. Now we have contestant 14, Nikita Serenko Bailey, who will be presenting on Spirit of the Dene. You could find her at a powwow laughing with all the aunties. Welcome to the stage, Nikita.
Good evening. My name is Nikita Serenko Bailey. Etsi Giraguyaguya, Nikita. I come all the way 5,000 kilometers from the Yukon Territory, so I'm so grateful to be here tonight. It was not an easy journey, but I'm very grateful to be here on the Six Nations. I just came to talk to you tonight about the spirit of the Dene, which is our drums. This one here I made from white cedar, elk hide, and babiche tassels. These are very important to us, and depending on where you've traveled to and different protocols you've heard of, in the North and Dene country, our women lead. Our women are our strength and they're our spirit. We're taught to carry our medicines, we're taught to carry our stories, and we're taught to be there for one another. So with our drums, they echo on our hunting trails, they echo at our hand game ceremonies. They are our spirit, and you could feel her whenever you walk into a room. There's many stories back in the day where you could hear the heartbeat of the earth. So this is where we feel connected, and this is what connects Turtle Island, whether it's in Yukon, Six Nations, Ottawa, going over to Halifax. Every single one of us is connected through this here, so there's nothing better than being able to travel with her across Canada and show her your territory. Sorry. Just thinking back to the old ways, my auntie would make me come into her home and have tea with her, and she would always tell me, "Baby girl, go get that drum off the wall." And I never would want to because it's always so high, and so I'd tiptoe. And she would make me bring it over, and we'd sit there and she'd tell me stories about my aunties and my uncles and about all the things that they would do. And one thing that they always had was their drums with them. So these things are just really important to carry. They're really important for our stories. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody was able to understand that it's not always the same across Canada and across Turtle Island. I know I've met some people this week, they were like, "Why are you holding that?" And it's because we're born this way, we're brought up this way, and it's really important to us. Ganashish.
Thank you, Nikita. Up next is number 15, Tamara Fontaine, who will be sharing jingle dress dancing. Her favorite Indigenous food is a plate of wild rice, bison soup, and fried bannock. Give it up for Tamara.
My name is Tamara Fontaine. I am from Saugeen First Nation, and I'm a proud Anishinaabe Ikwe. I am a mother, and I'm also a daughter, and a sister, and a student, and a partner. With me on the stage are the urns and the photos of my late family members, of all whom were from Saugeen. These are the loved ones who shaped me and who taught me the values of love and strength and identity. Though they passed on, their presence remains with me, guiding every step I take. I brought them here today because this moment is not mine alone. I carry them in everything I do, their stories and their sacrifice. But I'm not only dancing for my family, I'm dancing for my community, for those who are hurting and for those who are grieving, for those who may feel like they've been forgotten. You are not. The old style jingle dress is a dance of healing. It came to our people in a vision during a time of great sickness. And today it continues to be a ceremony of praying and hope. This dance is a part of my journey and healing. It helps me reconnect to my culture, to who I am as a Anishinaabe Ikwe, and to the responsibilities I carry as a daughter and as a mother and as a partner and as a leader. As I begin this dance, I offer this moment as a gift to my family and to my community, and to all those who need healing.
Thank you, Tamara. Introducing contestant 16, Kanisha Icham, who will be sharing a teaching on round dance. Kanisha's favorite pastime is sewing until her back hurts. Let's give her a warm round of applause.
Hello, watch everyone. Kanisha Indigenous Canada. I didn't know that fun fact was in there. I just want to say, wow, how beautiful it is to see all of the friends, the family, and community members that are out here tonight. It really warms my heart. It is so important for us contestants to have your support, especially on the journeys that we walk. And as we're talking about friends, family, community members, I also want to talk about the side that doesn't get talked about that much, which is losing them. I personally lost my mother when I was 20 years old, and thankfully, Creator put something along my path. There was this couple that lost their child. The mother was feeling that grief so heavily, and her partner put down that tobacco for her, said, "Can you help us, help heal her grief?" And Creator gave us the round dance ceremony. And although I may not be able to come up and give you a round dance, I will show you what I do, which is singing. I hope you enjoy. Miigwech. Miigwech, thank you so much. And I just want to say one last thing. My heart is with all of you that has lost someone. Truly, I know exactly what that feels like. And when you're ready to add another part of healing into your journey, I will see you at the round dance. Be good.
Taylor Bain Tazosa, who will be presenting on Dene Games and Arctic sports. A fun fact about Taylor is that she travels the world to receive tattoos by Indigenous folks. Give it up for Taylor.
Jahanache, Dona Ni Sadzikla Taylor Bain Takoza. Good evening, everyone. My name is Taylor Bain Takoza. I'm a very proud Dene and Danadza woman, and I come to you from Denende, land of the people, land of the Dene. I'm so grateful to be here on Haudenosaunee territory today to share a little bit of Arctic sports and Dene games with all of you. The first game that I'm going to demonstrate is called the two-scissor broad jump. Like many of our Dene games and Arctic games, these games are rooted and a way for our hunters to practice their skills, to not only be good hunters, but successful ones. And so this two-scissor broad jump is to simulate jumping from ice float to ice float or log to log. So I'll demonstrate that game first. And actually, before I do that, I wanted to mention that if you were going to compete in these games, say at the Native Youth Olympics or the World Eskimo Indian Games in Alaska or Arctic Winter Games, judges will be looking for how far you can jump. That's how they determine the winner for this game. So again, this is the two-scissor broad jump. Woo! And you're supposed to stick your landing, so that wouldn't have counted. But that's the two-scissor broad jump. The next game that I want to highlight, and I'll get my mom to come and join me on stage, is called the Dene stick pull. This game was used to simulate grabbing out a slimy salmon from the creek, getting some trout from your fish nets. And so the way you would play this is you'd grease the heck out of this. Maybe it's all you have at home is lotion, that's fine. Lard's a really good lubricant for the Dene stick pull. Or if you just had some KFC, be a good time to play this game. So the way, usually there'd be a judge that would, officially, put this in between us. But once the judge says grip, we'd grip it, and then when they say go, we would fight for it, and do whatever we can to then hopefully get it. But my mom won in this instance. So then we would then turn around and then do it on the opposite side, and if there was a tie, the person who won that round then can decide which side they want to compete on for the final round. So if you have a young person in your life that may want to challenge themselves mentally and physically through our games, Arctic sports is actually going to be a trial sport offered at NAIG, so North American Indigenous Games, coming up in Calgary, Alberta in 2027. If you don't fall within that youth category anymore, no problem. There's still an opportunity for you to also get involved. Next month, the Master Indigenous Games will be happening in Ottawa, and my friend Kyle Worrell will be hosting some coaching clinics so folks can, then hopefully train their youth as well to go to other events that I have already mentioned. So I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about where I come from and a little bit about my people. I just want to give a shout out to the people at home who are watching, to my Milby crew who are also watching. I really appreciate the support, and I just thank you for learning a little bit about me. Masi Cho, thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Now we have contestant 18, Shania Desjardins-Larocque, who will be presenting The Spirit of Métis Jigging. A fun fact about Shania is that she traveled to Greenland when she was 15 years old for the Arctic Winter Games. Welcome to the stage, Shania.
Tanse, Shania Desjardins-Larocque, ego nigan PSC sa school. Hello, my name is Shania Desjardins-Larocque, and my spirit name is Woman Leader of the Flock. I am a Métis, Dene, and Cree woman. Métis from my mom, my dad was half Cree, half Dene. I'm here today to represent the Métis Jiggin. But first, I want to talk about this Métis sash. As you can see here, red is the blood that goes through our veins. Blue, it's all the waters. Green, That's for Mother Earth that keeps this world going. Yellow, the sun, because we always start in the east direction. White, that is the bones. And as you could see, it also represents the medicine wheel colors. And we'll start to see all that interconnectedness. But the sash is a good representation of the Métis culture as well, because this culture was created because of colonization. It's the resistance of our people that are here today. It's a nation that migrated to the west, being descendants of Louriel and Gabriel de Mont. So our people, we celebrated this culture through language, speaking Michif, through doing traditions, like living in log cabins. But the biggest thing we did was come together as a community. And that's where we see all the jigging groups. It's all different. But with that being said, I'm gonna show you guys a little few changes if you guys wanna take this home and maybe practice. So it's side, step, double tap. And go side, step, double tap. And then there's a heel toe at the first change. So today, Creator thought it was kind of funny to not bring a fiddler with me, so I'm gonna need your guys' help, okay? Can I get you guys clapping? And maybe I'll get the aunties doing a little dee-da-lum. Yeah. Okay. So thank you guys. That's a little intro of the Métis Jiggin. And as long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the river flows, we're still here. Thank you.
Thank you, Shania. Last but not least is number 19, Destiny Keeklamoxon, who will be presenting Who I Am. Destiny's biggest role model is Sydney Blackstock. Let's make some noise for Destiny.
Hello, my name is Destiny Keeklamoxon. I am today jingle dancing, although I do want to give a big shout out to my House It Nation because I have the privilege to be dual nations, and I like to represent both because that's who I am. Yes, so that. Giving a shout out to my family in BC, in a House It. Hello. Today we'll be jingle dancing, which is a healing dance. And this dress, it carries many prayers that I'm carrying, and yes, that's it. And I will be dancing with no music because I forgot to send the audio, and here I am. Now having to deal with that, but I'm ready.
And there you have it, the cultural presentation competition. Let's give another round of applause for all of our incredible contestants. They all did such a great job.
Amazing. That's always one of my favorite parts. But now we'll be taking a 15-minute intermission break. And when we will come back, we'll be meeting our top 10 scoring contestants for the prepared statement. So enjoy your 15-minute break, and we'll be right back.
kids no more. Don't grip on who we are. My heart needed more. I waited on your terms. I shared with the sea, sun shining on my peace. Found the sweet relief. I catch and release. No, I catch and release. Oh, might just elevate, might just go my way, might just elevate, might just go my way. I could step away to a higher place. Oh, might just elevate, might just
Welcome back to the second annual Miss Indigenous Canada competition. Before we meet our top 10, let's welcome all 19 contestants back out to the stage.
Okay. The top 10 was determined both through tonight's cultural presentation competition, the interviews with the judges, personal essays, community scrapbooks, and the overall impressions. These scores were combined, and in this envelope, we have the names of the top 10 highest scoring contestants. Contestants, if you hear your name called, please step forward, and good luck to you all. Okay.
Here are your top 10 in random order. Gina Boubard, number 3.
Let's just do it first. Okay. And next up, we have contestant 16, Kanisha. Wait till they get to the middle.
Contestant number 13, Doreen.
And next we have contestant number 15, Tamara.
Contestant number 17, Taylor.
Next up, we have contestant number 8, Larissa.
Contestant number 9, Horizon.
And next, we have contestant number 14, Nikita.
Contestant number 6, Janessa. And contestant number 5, Ganit Diosta.
And there you have it, the top 10 of Miss Indigenous Canada 2025. Can the top 10 contestants please remain on stage?
Contestants were asked to prepare a brief statement, exactly 1 minute to deliver your statement. And if you go over time, you will hear this sound. There's the sound.
All right, lady. Okay. All right. Contestants, are we ready? Amazing. Let's get started. Okay. We will begin with Gina.
Good evening. I'd like to talk about something a little bit difficult tonight. Coming out to my family as a queer Indigenous person was difficult. My dad is a residential school survivor. My mom is a day school survivor. It was a very painful time for our family as we didn't fully understand the diversity of Indigenous identities. But when our conversations shifted to love and compassion for each other, honoring where we were at and our own journeys, I can now say they are my biggest supporters and allies, and they are here tonight to support me as the first openly two-spirit contestant for Miss Indigenous Canada. Chimigwech. Thank you, Gina. Next, we have Kanisha.
Hello, Wache. First of all, I just want to say miigwech from the bottom of my heart. I am genuinely surprised and shocked and just full of love, truly, as someone who has faced so many obstacles, just like all of us women. I have experienced homelessness at 16, the loss of my mother, just failing school, so many different hardships. But throughout that hardship, I found community. They showed me culture. And that connection truly brought me healing. And that is something I strive and already show to youth all over Canada. I have traveled far and wide, and that will never stop for me. This, right now, being in the top 10 is not for myself. It's for all of those Indigenous youth and Indigenous people who were told they were not enough, and it's for the elders' biggest dreams. Miigwech.
Thank you, Kanisha. Let's welcome up Doreen.
Being here tonight isn't for me. Being here tonight is for all the young Afro-Indigenous girls out there, like my sister who's here in the audience tonight. I'm here to show her that she can follow her dreams. I'm here to show everyone, all the little girls at home, that they are enough, that I believe in them, that they have people in their lives that believe in them. And I know I had my support system. I just want everyone to know that you can lean on yours. Trust your support systems. Gaelic Kessler.
Nyawa Doreen. Next up, we'll have Tamara.
Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this at all, and I am so thrilled and happy to be up here. Like, if it wasn't for my community, the resources that I had in Winnipeg and my back home, Saugeen, for supporting me in my education. I am a mother of my son, Noah Fontaine, over there. And my family traveled far from Winnipeg. And I'm really happy that they made it here safe to support me. And my cousin, Nikki, I love you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming here. And I got pregnant at a young age, at 16, and I thought I wasn't gonna go anywhere. I lived in poverty with my mom, and she was raising 3 kids on her own. And I looked up to her. I still look up to her. If it wasn't, thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Tamara. Now we have Taylor.
Donani, hello everyone. I want to tell all the little res girls in this room, including my niece Sophie, those that are watching at home, that you matter, you got this, and I just think you are so worthy. We are all so worthy of these opportunities. And when I reflect on my own journey of how I got to this moment, standing on this stage in front of all of you, I think back to the role models and the people that showed me the way and that encouraged me to be here. And I ran on the platform that Indigenous youth need positive role models. And so I think about, even myself, the little res girl, Taylor, I would tell her that find those people that are going to support you and encourage you and really lean into them, be open to their advice and just follow your heart, and you never know where it's going to take you. Masi Cho, thank you.
Nyawa Taylor. Next, we'll have Larissa.
Bonjour, Kinawea. For my topic of choice, I'd like to talk about my platform of Indigenous youth empowerment, and I'd like to highlight the importance of investing in our youth. I'm a part of my First Nations Youth Council, and we were originally created to fulfill a lack of programming for emerging young leaders in our community. And since we've been established, we've been supported in so many ways and provided with teachings to increase our knowledge on governance, cultural teachings, financial literacy, given opportunities to be more comfortable with public speaking, coordinating meetings and hosting events. And 2 of our youth counselors from our last term actually moved on up to sit at our current chief and council table, making decisions for our entire nation. And that's one example of what happens when you invest in your youth. They take up spaces, they sit at tables, and they use their voices to make change for the better. So I just want to say, let's always continue to invest in our youth, provide them with resources, and let them know that they deserve to thrive to their fullest potential, because that's the least that they deserve. Miigwech.
Thank you, Larissa. Now let's welcome up Horizon.
Good evening. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone in here, especially my mom, that I could be here right now and represent for my territory of Nunavut. And I would like to thank every contestant that I got to meet and get close with, especially my roommate. Thank you. Hoyanami.
Thank you, Horizon. Next, we'll have Nikita.
Dinta and Dee, I am so grateful to be standing here right now. I just wanted to say, in page 2 of your programs tonight, you'll see a message from the director, Illyria. She mentions how she hopes this week that all of the ladies will be able to take home something valuable. And I just want to say that I was given that this week. I was given connection and community and leadership with all of the group and the girls. We all strived so hard to be here and worked so hard. And when I go home, back 5,000 kilometers out west, I'll be able to let them know how grateful it was to be here and how well everybody hosted me. Sugasinlat.
Thank you, Nikita. And now we have Janessa.
Anin Danse, I first want to say, Ginanakaman, hi, thank you. I want to talk about my platform, Benese. I created Benese by naming it of my name, Thunderbird. I shortened my Indian name. What is Benese? I create jewelry. My mom makes ribbon skirts. And we sell those, and the profit goes towards my small events and my youth initiatives. And if I'm not having a youth initiative that month, I will donate the proceeds to Indigenous charities across Canada. I didn't have that after-school program in my reserve. I didn't have that safe space to go. So by putting my time into changing the youth, because I believe we can all make change. It is very important to make change. We are the change. These ladies standing up here are the change. My platform, Benese, I hope to foster an amazing youth community. Hi, Ginanakaman.
Nyawa Janessa. Next, we'll have Ganadiosta.
I would like to take this moment to acknowledge all the sacrifices that second language learners make in their journey for language revitalization. It is often a lonely road to travel. This is why I encourage everybody in the audience to reach out to language learners in your community, offer them words of love, support, and encouragement to continue on revitalizing the languages. When you do so, you honor every single child who attended residential schools. And also, when you speak your languages, those children smile. Thank you.
Thank you, Ghana Diosta. Let's give another huge round of applause for our top 10 contestants. Thank you, contestants.
This past Wednesday, contestants arrived on Six Nations and have taken part in a variety of activities over the past few days. They were joined by Good Earth Media, who have captured the highlights in a short presentation showcasing everything in contestants have been up to this past week. Let's take a look at some of the unforgettable moments from their journey so far. So, Emma, I've seen on social media you and the contestants have been very busy. What has been your favorite activity with the contestants this past week?
Well, we were very, very busy, and my favorite part was visiting Chiefswood Park. And although it was very, very hot, we stayed hydrated, and we were able to learn how to play lacrosse, archery, and even go kayaking, and someone accidentally fell in the lake. So someone went for a swim too. So lots of memories were made at Chiefswood Park, and I just want to give a huge shout out to them for hosting us, and that was definitely one of my favorite memories this week.
Awesome. I'd love to hear that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the Six Nations territory over your past couple of days.
Amazing. Yes, we sure did. And now please turn your attention to our activities video.
Community scrapbook that was all completely from that dream, the motto, community culture leadership, all of that, and it really just felt like a sign and a gift, really, that this was something that I had to make happen, and not instead of something that, you know, I was going to do this and I was going to do this for myself, but that I was given this responsibility to make this happen and to make this a reality and to make this space for Indigenous women and for Indigenous youth. And so that's kind of what led us here today. So.
biggest highlights for my year was actually meeting all of you and going to different communities, going to different powwows, different ceremonies, and learning new traditions, hearing new languages, and really instilling really deep values for myself and my family. But I think the biggest highlight was actually supporting some of our families within northern Manitoba who have unfortunately seen some of the impacts from the fires. Myself and two other Indigenous youth were able to raise over $34,000, and that went to all essentials for all the families. I believe my biggest piece of advice for any of our Indigenous youth, on reserve, off reserve, is just to do it scared. I know for myself, I actually deal with some anxiety, and I also get very nervous, a little bit sweaty, a little bit shaky, but at the same time, I still go out there and do things. I really do face my fears, and once I've completed that task, I just feel really great about myself, and it really becomes worth it. So I think that's my biggest piece of advice to all of you, is to just do it scared. The biggest thing that I learned throughout this journey as Miss Indigenous Canada is to really not only believe in myself, but be vocal about the things that are around me, especially when it comes to Indigenous issues. Indigenous voices are so important, and they need to be at the table. So if there's something that is of value to you and your community, if there's something that you need to speak up on, especially in a non-Indigenous space, absolutely do so. Being Miss Indigenous Canada, it's not just all about runways and parties or to go out there and shake people's hands. It's also a role of responsibility. It's a role to be an ambassador, to be a voice for our people. So absolutely use this voice. If you are Miss Indigenous Canada, or even not, if you are a community member, absolutely use your voice.
I matter, you matter, we matter.
Whew. Nervous. Okay. So, sorry. Okay, this is always the most nerve-wracking part, Hunter, so I just need a second to collect myself. But we had such a fantastic couple of days here, and I just had such an amazing time getting to know each and every single one of our contestants. And you know, regardless of who walks away with the Miss Indigenous Canada 2025 title, they all came here and grew in some sort of way, and they're going back to your territories as changed people. And we are so honored to be able to get to know them and have them join us as the Miss Indigenous Canada 2025 class. So big round of applause to all of our contestants here tonight. Okay.
Now, before we meet our top 5, let's welcome our top 10 contestants back out to the stage.
Big round of applause. Ooh, my heart is pounding. Okay. Now, contestants, best of luck. And if you hear your name being called, please step forward.
Here are your top 5 in random order. Larissa.
Next, we have contestant number 17, Taylor.
Next up, we have contestant number 5, Ganadiosta.
And next joining the top 5 is Gina.
And the 5th contestant joining the top 5 is contestant number 13, Doreen. Sorry about that. The final question exemplifies grace under pressure. The winner of Miss Indigenous Canada will be asked many questions over the course of her reign, both on stage and off, and must have the ability to articulate herself and show composure in any situation. Contestants, each of you will now take a turn choosing a question from the basket. You will have 1 minute to give your response. When your time is up, you will hear this sound.
Okay, now contestants, can we just back up just a little bit? Give the mic some room. Okay, we will begin with
Ganadiosta, contestant number 5.
Well, how are you feeling?
Nervous and excited.
You got this. All right, take a deep breath. Now select a question. Thank you. Okay. Your question is, what is your platform and why is it important to you?
My platform is about environmental sustainability and working on the land with the language. Because the two are so tied together, it's important that while we're doing land-based activities, that we do incorporate a little bit of the language, getting some elders, getting some aunties, getting the children involved, and using our language in a way that is fun to learn, and it's real life practices. So instead of just sitting in a classroom having words on paper, you're actually using them out on the land where they were made. Thank you.
Nyawa Ganadiosta. Next up, we'll have contestant number 3, Gina.
Okay. Gina, how are you feeling tonight?
Excited to be here with you, Emma.
Amazing, me too. Okay, take a deep breath and pick your question. All right, your question is, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Thank you for the question. Growing up, I knew that I was different. I felt something deep in my heart about who I was and who I wanted to be. And for a long time, I pushed that down because I was afraid of what people would think, how people would treat me. And as I got older and I found community, I learned that it's important for youth to not be afraid of their identity, what they feel inside, because it can be powerful, it can be overwhelming, right? And I would tell my younger self to not be afraid of what you feel in your heart and to honor that throughout your life. Chimigwech.
Thank you, Gina. Next, we'll have contestant number 13, Doreen.
Doreen, how are you feeling?
I am feeling amazing. Thank you for asking.
Amazing. Do you want to tell the audience you're the one that went for the swim?
Yes, so if you saw the Facebook or the Instagram, if you saw the little brown girl in the water, that was me.
All right, well, here you go. Manifest good energy and pick your question. Okay. All right. Doreen, your question is, what is an issue you believe young Indigenous people face, and how do you think it can be improved?
I'll speak from experience. A lot of urban kids have trouble connecting to their culture. And something that I've been doing over the last few years is providing access to culture. Even though it may not be theirs, I'm still sharing with them. I'm inspiring them to learn about who they are and where they come from. A lot of kids in the city have it rough. They're brown, they're different, they don't look like everyone else, but I want to be that figure for them to be proud of themselves. Gaelic Kessler.
Thank you, Doreen. Next, we have contestant number 17, Taylor.
Okay, Taylor, you ready?
Yep.
Yep. All right, let's get to it. Okay, Taylor. Your question is, why is community involvement important to you?
I hate to say this, maybe a little bit too loud, but I do sit on council for my nation. I'm a council member. And in my experience, our communities are so vast. And there's different perspectives that need to be honored and included, especially in decision making in every part of our communities. And so when I think about in community involvement, it's important to include those that might not, come out to meetings or events, and start to ask yourself why, ask them why, going to them, not just making assumptions. I think our communities, we tend to do that, it's easier. But, as a leader, you need to really have those tough conversations, show up for your people, and really do meet them where they're at, include them in ways that feel good for them and that, contribute to the overall community. So, Masi, thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Next, we'll have contestant number 8, Larissa.
Oops. Okay, Larissa, how's it going?
Oh, so good. I'm feeling so grateful to be up here beside all of these amazing women.
Awesome. We're grateful to have you. Okay, take your question. Okay. All right, here we go. Your question is, what is the most important quality Miss Indigenous Canada should have?
Ooh, that is such a great question. Thank you, Emma. I think that the most important quality that Miss Indigenous should have is true authenticity. All of these women are standing up here because we're being our true authentic selves. When you're your true authentic self, you find your passions, you find your community, and you really follow your spirit. And everything that is meant for you aligns. Energy is ultimate, and when you're your true authentic self, experiences like this happen. All of these women are here because they're following their spirit, they're following their communities, they're doing great work, and when you're your authentic self, everything aligns for you because that's what Creator wants you to do, to follow your heart, to follow your dreams. And that is what I think the most important quality Miss Indigenous Canada should have, is being her authentic self so her spirit can shine. Miigwech.
Nyawa Larissa. Let's give our top 5 another big hand. It takes a lot to get up here and put yourself out there, and we're so very proud of each and every one of these contestants. Nyawa Goa, thank you, contestants. Miss Indigenous Canada would not have been possible without the generous support of our many sponsors and supporters. We'd now like to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible businesses, individuals, and organizations who helped make this event a reality. Please enjoy this video recognizing those who made Miss Indigenous Canada possible. Nyawa.
Miss Indigenous Canada 2025 would not have been possible without the support of so many amazing community partners, businesses, organizations, and individuals who helped make this experience one to remember. Upon arrival at Miss Indigenous Canada, each contestant received a gift bag full of goodies thanks to the generosity of our supporters, our medicines, kokum scrunchies, and Tendazi air fresheners. Sapling and Flint and Kokum Scrunchies also provided stunning prizes for our top 5 contestants. As part of their prize packages, Tusum Strong is generously offering personal training sessions to our top 3 winners, supporting their continued growth, strength, and wellness. Funding for this year's pageant came in part from the Six Nations Development Corporation Economic Development Trust and Grand River Enterprises, helping us bring Miss Indigenous Canada to life right here in the community. Our cash prizes were proudly sponsored by Pass-Through Productions, allowing us to celebrate and acknowledge the leadership, confidence, and dedication shown by our contestants. Taylor Media generously provided headshots to our contestants, giving each of them the chance to shine in front of the camera. Additionally, Taylor Media will be providing the first official photo shoot for the newly crowned Miss Indigenous Canada 2025. Finally, our hosts, Six Nations Tourism, made the week extra special with immersive cultural experiences and activities that grounded the event in community and connection. These contributions helped create not just an event, but a celebration of Indigenous strength, identity, and sisterhood. To everyone who played a role in making this year's pageant unforgettable, thank you, Niawa Miigwech, for helping us honor the next generation of Indigenous leaders.
We are getting closer to learning who the new Miss Indigenous Canada will be. Before we welcome all 19 contestants back on stage, I would like to invite the director of Miss Indigenous Canada pageant to share a few words. Please join me in welcoming Illyria McKay.
Scano Seguego, Lirnigaso, Onedagahono, Neoquenzo de Gonde Niwege Shaute. Hello everyone, my name is Illyria McKay and I am Tame Agma Anishinaabe and Ojibwe Eel Clan, and I was raised on Six Nations of the Grand River. I am an educator, a writer, a master's student, and the director and founder of Miss Indigenous Canada. This competition was born of a dream, not a metaphorical one, but a literal one. One morning in May 2022, I awoke from a dream about a competition for young Native women, one that fostered friendship, leadership, new experiences, and most of all, a connection to community and culture. I woke up from this dream full of excitement because I knew it was given to me for a reason. I remember being a little girl, admiring the women who held the title of Miss Six Nations. They were my celebrities, my role models. Authentic representation is so incredibly important to me, and I wanted to create a space that supported authentic, genuine role models for young Indigenous folks across Canada, just like Miss Six Nations was for me. Something you learn through pageants is just how true the saying, win some, lose some is. Tonight, there will only be one person walking away with the crown. But I hope that each contestant here tonight will walk away with something, whether that be a newfound sense of confidence, new friends, a growing love for their culture, or an expansion of their comfort zone. Something I want to take the time to highlight is our charity partner, We Matter. We Matter is an Indigenous youth-led organization dedicated to Indigenous youth support, hope, and life promotion. Their mission is to communicate to Indigenous youth that they matter and create spaces of support for those going through a hard time while fostering unity and resiliency. This past week, our contestants had the opportunity to hear from We Matter Ambassador of Hope, Eagle Blackbird, who I'd love to welcome on stage alongside Emily and Allie. You can just, yeah. As part of their candidacy for Miss Indigenous Canada, the contestants were asked to fundraise and raise awareness in support of We Matter. Since our inception in 2024, the Miss Indigenous Canada contestants have donated a total of $34,000. It is my honor to present this check to We Matter on behalf of the Miss Indigenous Canada Committee and Miss Indigenous Canada Class of 2025. I know we're all anxious to find out the results, so I just want to give a few thank yous before we move on. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the Miss Indigenous Canada Committee and our volunteers for helping make this event come to life. Every single one of us, from myself to our committee to our helpers, are volunteers. I'm so thankful to every single one of you for selflessly giving your time and support in all of the ways you could. Thank you to Kimberly Farmer, Hannah Farmer, Melissa Turner, Mackenzie Sandy, Maggie Paulus Lines, Carrie Hill, Emma Morrison, Dakota Brandt, Neil McKay, Pavitt Atwal, Christina Love, Jessica Frappier, Jessica McKenzie, Shade Sandy, and Eric Patterson. Next, I want to give a huge thank you to our judges for having one of the most difficult jobs this week, Shelley, and Aluki. I'd also like to thank our elder in residence for this past week, Paula, for spending time with our contestants and making sure they're being cared for spiritually and emotionally. Last but not least, I'd also like to thank Jessa McKenzie, our Miss Indigenous Canada 2024, who has gone absolutely above and beyond this past year, participating in over 100 events and showing and creating a standard for the next Miss Indigenous Canadas to come. Now, last but not least, I'd like to thank our contestants. Thank you for your dedication, enthusiasm, and hard work. This year has been particularly special to me as I carry my own daughter and prepare to bring her into this world. I'm incredibly thankful that her and her generation will have role models like you, and I'm honored to have been a part of your journeys. You represent the future of our communities, and it gives me great peace to know that it is in your hands. I wish every single one of you all the best, and I'm excited to see how your lives continue to blossom. Miigwech Nyawa, thank you. Not rid of me yet. Next up, I'd just like to introduce Eagle Blackbird to share a few words on behalf of We Matter.
Bonjour. I guess I'm sharing a speech. I told myself mentally that I'm not gonna crack too many jokes while I'm up here, but I have to admit that 1 minute sound effect when they go over the talk, it sounded like a Facebook notification. But with that, I just want to say good evening, everyone. This pageant this evening has been just so amazing. How's everybody feeling? Again, I want to introduce myself. My name is Eagle Blackbird. I come from Wapo Island, Bakejurong territory. And believe it or not, I'm the 2025 Mr. Indigenous Canada. Yeah. I'm joking. Maybe. Some of you might recognize me from Facebook or social media. I create videos to educate and make somebody laugh, because you never know what someone is going through. And that is what us at We Matter do, letting the audience know, letting those on the other side of that screen, the people that are listening to me right now in the crowd, on the live stream, that you matter. And I'd just like to say I'm honored to be a third-year ambassador for We Matter. And at that, I'm a third-year youth counselor within my community. And stepping into this leadership at a young age has come with its share of challenges. The journey hasn't always been easy. It truly hasn't. There's been ups and there's been downs, but it's been meaningful. Through these roles, I've learned powerful life lessons, built lasting connections with Indigenous youth across Turtle Island. And if it wasn't without them and my family, with the support, I would not be the youth, I would not be the nephew, I wouldn't be the man or deadly uncle standing before you today. Hey. But most importantly, I've learned within these roles that when you show up for your community shows up for you. I would like to begin to extending my sincere thank you for organizing this committee. The committee has been putting a lot of effort. I just want to say thank you to you guys. It's probably a lot of work. But I would also like to give a big thanks to Jessica, the very first Miss Indigenous Canada, if we can give a round of applause for her. And to our new Miss Indigenous Canada and to all the incredible contestants, thank you. Your commitment for raising funds for We Matter and your efforts throughout this journey reflects your strength, compassion, and leadership. Your generosity will directly support Indigenous youth across Turtle Island. And for that, I just want to say we are truly thankful. And At We Matter, if you didn't know, our mission is to uplift and support Indigenous youth across Turtle Island. We believe in our youth as leaders, creators, visionaries. It's so important that they feel seen, they feel supported, and most of all, they feel loved. We grow together, we learn together, and we show up together in hopes we will make a difference for someone out there listening. You matter. And, you know, I had this cool idea that I actually want to do is when I say I, you say matter. When I say you say matter. And when I say we, you say matter. So can we do that? Yeah? Okay. I, you, we matter. Oh, hey. Just messed it all up. But no, I matter, you matter, we matter. Not just right now. You matter every minute of every single hour of every single day. Thank you, miigwech again to everyone here and to those watching online. Before I go, I just want to say thank you for allowing me on your stage and allowing me to be here with Miss Indigenous Canada, being a National Ambassador of Hope, accepting the check, and it's just, you know, it's so meaningful. So, whoever the new Miss Indigenous Canada is, I just want to give you some words of advice is don't ever be afraid to lend me $20. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Well, this time last year, we were all buzzing with excitement as we waited to see who will be crowned the first ever Miss Indigenous Canada. She has since impressed us with her dedication and commitment to uplifting and serving Indigenous folks across the country. Let's welcome to the stage, for her final farewell, Miss Indigenous Canada 2024 from OCN Cree Nation, Jessica McKenzie.
Tan, say hello. I can't see any of you. Can I hear some whoop whoop? You gotta be louder than that. Let me hear some whoop whoop. I like it. Someone did it extra long. That's awesome. Extra points for him or her. But everyone, usually I like to go off script, but there's so many things that I want to say. So I've written a little note for you all. But as I close my year as Miss Indigenous Canada, I leave with more than just memories. I carry the teachings that I've received, the love that I felt, and the deep responsibility to continue walking with a purpose. One of the greatest gifts or teachings that I've received along this journey is that the crown and the sash are a spirit. They hold a spirit. And it was my responsibility to care for her, to water her, to feed her, and to carry her with honor. And in return, she walked beside me through sacred spaces, stages, schools, ceremonies, and powwows. And while I've taken care of her, she's taken care of me too. She's taught me how to be bold and how to speak up and how to lead with compassion. She challenged me, she changed me, and reminded me that she wasn't just a title, but an opportunity to create change in our communities. I carried the responsibility of representing my beautiful community of Opaskwack Cree Nation with pride. And over the past 12 months, I've had the privilege of making over 100 appearances across the globe. I created a mentorship program called Help Your Sibling, really supporting 17 Indigenous youth across Canada. I organized a donation drive for communities that were impacted by the Manitoba wildfires and raised over $34,000. I hosted cultural revitalization workshops through beadwork, shared messages of healing through keynote speeches on mental health, and personally gifted over $15,000 of beadwork from my heart. Now, to every community that welcomed me, to every youth who trusted me, and to every person who believed in this journey with me, thank you. And to my beautiful family, I see Sophia there, I see my aunties, my uncles, my mom, dad, small fry, But to Jonathan, my beautiful fiance, thank you. Thank you for holding me throughout this journey. Not only did you hold me, but you also hold my purse. Just kidding. Now, I know this title required a lot of time and energy and focus from you, but I'm so, so grateful that you made my priority and this priority with this spirit and with this crown, it became yours as well. To Chief and Council, to members of OCN, thank you for carrying this title with me with extra love and care. Thank you to the committee, Illyria, and all the contestants today. We really created ambassadors across many different communities, and we should all be so incredibly proud. And to the next Miss Indigenous Canada 2025, the crown, her spirit, she will take care of you. She'll bring you strength, recognition, and respect, not only for you, but for your community. Honor her with good intentions. Teach her your languages, your values, your traditions. Please introduce her to new people, new places, and new possibilities. And most importantly, treat her well. She took care of me, and I know that she'll take care of you as well. And finally, to the crown, thank you. You know, I started this journey, I was struggling, and I spoke a little bit about it in the videos. And again, thank you. You taught me how to love myself again, how to believe in myself, and have the courage to truly use my voice. Thank you for choosing me. Now, for those who are able, I invite you to please stand. I will love to share a song with you. And this song I actually wrote during last year's Miss Indigenous Canada, and it was to honor my family. And this year, this crown, this spirit became my family. And I think that this is going to be a good way to send her off. Last bit, thank you so much for all of you for being on my journey with me and with this crown. Thank you. Hi, hi.
Oh, gosh. Jessica has been an absolutely phenomenal queen. We sure will miss Jessica, but she'll forever be our Miss Indigenous Canada 2024. So finally, the moment we have all been waiting for. Now let's welcome back all of our contestants back here on the stage.
Private plane.
Before we crown the 4 runners-up and the winner, we have a number of special awards to hand out tonight.
Our first award is the Public Speaking Award. The recipient of this award demonstrated impressive public speaking skills during the entire competition and impressed the judges with their ease on stage. This award comes with a $100 cash prize generously sponsored by Pass-Through Productions.
The runner-up for this award is contestant number 8, Larissa Reitman.
And the winner of the Public Speaking Award is contestant number 3, Gina Boubard.
Our next award is the Traditional Knowledge Award. This is given to the contestant whose passion and dedication to her culture, traditional knowledge, and language stood out amongst the rest. This award comes with a $100 cash prize, generously sponsored by Pass-Through Productions.
And the runner-up for this award is contestant 8, Larissa Reitman.
The winner of the Traditional Knowledge Award is contestant number 17, Taylor Ben Takosa.
And the next award is the Community Service Award. This is presented to the contestant who demonstrated a deep dedication to serving their community. This award comes with a $100 cash prize sponsored by Pass-Through Productions.
The runner-up for this award is Ganadiosta Lazor.
Sorry, one moment, please. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Sorry.
Our apologies.
Okay, next award.
The next award is the Congeniality Award. This was voted on by the contestants. Oh, sorry. We Sorry, we're gonna have to redo the Community Service Award. We had a little mix-up.
Sorry about that. Okay, and the next award is the Congeniality Award.
Okay. This was voted on by the contestants who were given the criteria of choosing the contestant who they felt displayed kindness, friendship, and encouragement during the duration of the pageant. This award comes with a $100 cash prize sponsored by Pass-Through Productions.
And the runner-up for the Congeniality Award is contestant number 16, Kanisha.
The winner of the Congeniality Award.
The winner of the Congeniality Award is contestant number 13, Doreen Sco.
Our next award is the Charitable Giving Award. Each contestant was asked to raise a minimum of $100 in support of We Matter. This contestant went above and beyond. This award comes with a $100 cash prize sponsored by Pass-Through Productions.
The runner-up for this award is contestant number 3, Gina Boubard.
And the winner of the Charitable Giving Award is contestant 8, Larissa Reitman.
Our next special award is the Academic Achievement Award. Contestants pursuing a post-secondary education had the opportunity to submit an essay on their academic goals and achievements. The winner of this award will receive a $500 cash scholarship, generously sponsored by Pass-Through Productions, to support them in their academic endeavors.
The winner of the Academic Achievement Award is number 1, Ryan Seawap.
Finally, we have a final special award presented by We Matter.
Ani Bosho. My name is Emily Granville. I am Odawa from Wikwemikoong unceded territory on Manitoulin Island, and Swampy Cree from Moose Factory, Moose Cree First Nation on my dad's side. I'm happy to present the Boswanaji Award, or the Echo Maker Award, on behalf of We Matter. The award is presented to the contestant who sounds their voice to gather people. Echo makers remind us to think carefully and thoughtfully before we speak, and to do so in a clear and honest manner. This award is a $500 cash prize sponsored by We Matter, the official charity of Miss Indigenous Canada 2025. The We Matter team has come together to select one contestant who demonstrated that they use their voice to uplift and lead in a good way within their personal essay. As someone who grew up in rural Northern Ontario on Manitoulin Island, Indigenous role models are imperative to the youth growing up in a place that lacks proper resources and opportunities. We Matter is happy to present the Boswanaji Award to Valerie June Niposh.
So first off, I'd like to offer my sincerest apologies for our little mix-up there. We're going to re-announce the Community Service runner-up and the Community Service Award winner. So our Community Service runner-up is number 8, Larissa Reitman. And our Community Service Award winner is number 5, Canadios de Lazor.
Take a second to breathe. We are almost there, Before we find out who the new Miss Indigenous Canada is, we will first announce the 4 runner-ups. Can I please have the envelope? Here it is. All right. Whew, sorry, I'll calm down. This is the most exciting part. Who do you want to win? Let's hear it. Audience is so quiet. All right, ladies and contestants, are we ready? Okay. Coming in as our 4th runner-up, receiving a cash prize of $100 sponsored by Pass-Through Productions. Contestant number
5, Ganadiosta Lazor. Your 3rd runner-up, receiving a cash prize of $200 sponsored by Pass-Through Productions. Contestant number 17, Taylor Ben Pazzuca.
Receiving a cash prize of $300 sponsored by Pass-Through Productions is contestant number
13, Doreen Scoe. We are now down to the final 2 contestants. Contestants, will you please join us at the center stage and join hands? The next name we call out will be the first runner-up, which means the remaining contestant will be the new Miss Indigenous Canada. Should the new Miss Indigenous Canada, for any reason, be unable to fulfill their duties, the first runner-up will step in. Contestants, are you ready? Audience, are you ready?
The first runner-up, receiving a cash prize of $500 sponsored by Pass-Through Productions, is contestant number 8, Larissa Reitman. So that means your new Miss Indigenous Canada is contestant number 3, Gina Boubard. And give it a second. Wait. Let her have 1 second. I still need to say that.
sincerest congratulations to all of our 2025 contestants and to our new Miss Indigenous Canada. Thank you all for coming out. See you next year.